And three, two, uno. How are you
Don't do that.
doing, you motherfuckers? How are
Don't
you
do that.
guys?
Don't do that to the greatest language ever on the planet Earth. Don't do that.
It's just
With your poor English American pronunciation and its defiled degradation. Like, ugh,
I just said uno.
like I'm appalled by your unmitigated gall, sir. Like, ugh,
The
ugh.
unmitigated gall of this motherfucker.
Have a baby Stephen A pop up. Yes! And I'm like, on your dumb ass. Anyway, who the hell are you? Get to this shit.
Once again, I be the one and only motherfucking busy 9-3, aka the motherfucking can't go down, aka Kwame Khalifa. Some call me the Crooked Court Jester. Some call me from time to time when I do my travels. You know, I like to travel sometimes.
I'm
They
going
call
nowhere,
me
nigga.
the best, but sometimes I do.
You
And
don't
when
go
I
nowhere, nigga.
do, should it be to a southern state or a southern something with very beautiful white women with possibly racist parents, they call me the Tiki Torch Nazi daughter Slayer. And I wear that with pride. I wear that with pride because I realize that white girls have turned me out over the years. And I am who I am.
I'm glad you're accepting. You're gonna be a frequent traveler to Connecticut one of these days. I'm pretty damn sure of it. And I'm gonna make
Nigga, I
fun of
might
you.
live there. Nigga,
And I'm gonna make fun of you every time.
I might be on my 50 cent and just have a mansion in Connecticut on some like whatever. Fuck it.
You know what? You out there at that point, you would be out there with the whites that I wouldn't even come visit you. It would be like, you know what? You have it. Like you comfortable? You good? I'm good.
That's
I'm cool.
foul.
Nah, I'm
How you gonna
foul.
shame where I'm comfortable? How you gonna shame where I'm comfortable? That's
Because
fucked
I
up.
wouldn't be comfortable there, so that's why I wouldn't come visit you, son.
Hey, what
It
up,
ain't
man?
a, it ain't about the love. I mean, it's
Yes,
about
it
the fact.
is about the.
No, it's not. It's about the
It kind of
fact.
is though.
No, it's not. Because if I go into a 7-Eleven and be like, yo, I'm about to pull up on Busy and shit. I just flew on the PJ and I want to go grab, you know what I'm saying, a Corona, like a fucking case of Coronas and shit and bring them through. And I got to go into this 7-Eleven and everybody's looking at me and motherfucking stepper like, who's this nigga? I'm going to say something. Because especially if I got the, if
Your
I'm on the,
bias isn't my fucking. Your racism isn't my fucking problem.
it is when you live in
Kind of not.
Connecticut. It is when you live in Connecticut and you like,
How
yo,
racist are they in Connecticut when you got money? You 50 cent could live there, nigga. If 50 could live there, come on.
no,
If he could
50
buy
lives in
Mike
Texas.
Tyson's house, Mike Tyson bites niggas' ears. Seriously? He's selling weed edibles right now that are
But white
getting
people
ears.
love
What are
Mike
you
Tyson.
talking
One,
about?
white people love Mike Tyson. Who doesn't love Mike Tyson? Anyway. Two, 50 Cent
Who
lives
don't
in
love
Texas,
50
nigga.
Cent? He just moved there. It doesn't count. And he just moved there from Connecticut, from what I hear.
Well, Connecticut probably didn't like him because he was a nigga until they got rid of most of G Unit except for Yayo. Anyway, I'm your A1 on the mic, the one hailing from the home of bitch and tequila, 50 Cent margaritas and cartel dealings, the one and only motherfucking Jose Ortega, aka Tequila Papi. And on very rare occasion, sometimes more often than other times, the almighty rum lord, respected, all Caribbean, all Puerto Rican, only rum, dark rum. It's the only
And
time
he
I can drink.
Mexican.
I
That's
can't.
wild.
Yeah, I can't do like anything because that should have killed me. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's just death these days. You know what I'm saying? AKA Zay Mysterio. You know what I mean? The one and only Petronome. And this episode 197, Non-Millennials Podcast, House of Space Media. We in this bitch. Another week. We cooking. What up, Instagram Live? We here. All those people from around the world, we fuck with you. Like, share, subscribe. Shout out to you peoples in the UK. You did.
Shout out to all of y'all. Yo. UK has officially taken over as the listeners the most listeners of the podcast. So shout out to that. I feel like
Straight up, shout out to the UK.
we'll fuck around, get the UK bag. We'll fuck around, get the American bag. And I heard they pay better. So what's up?
Yeah, so what's up? Oh, yo, we could be the what was it? Fat Jesus and Skinny Marrow of like the BBC.
Niggas did call us that. Oh, BBC send a bag.
Yeah, I'm with that, bro. Look, I was
We'll do
convinced.
the
Matter of
American
fact,
version of the British shit over there.
why we talking about
Like
it? Why we talking about this? I was convinced for the longest time that it was like, because every time I would see pictures of like London or like the UK and shit, it would be like you see nice shit like the architecture and shit like that, but it would be so gloomy looking, yo. Like it would just look like if I was there too long, I would want to like shoot myself in the face. Cause I would think like the sun just didn't pop out, fam. Like it looked like Detroit in the fall time, like every day, every time I seen it. And then I started like following this chicken, and then like I'm starting to see like the sunny days because she goes in through her life. And I'm like, oh shit, y'all get sun? Oh, we there now. I'm like, we there, we in there. Shit, cause that's all I need. I need sun. I get in a mood when I like in this time of year. Well, and through the winter time where it's like no sun, I get like a little. I don't get a depression, but I will say like I'll get pissed off because I'm just like, fuck, where the sun at? Like it's one of those.
I feel like that's valid though. Like every time I want to say like I feel like I should just be inside. It's usually when it gets dark outside. Like I like it better when daylight savings time is like a thing and it gets, it gets darker later. Like I really like that shit.
So like,
I feel
look,
like that works better
I
for me.
like being
Even though
outside
it
at nighttime.
doesn't really
There,
affect me.
there's a vibe for me for being outside at nighttime, just in general. So I like it, but it's only during times where it's like nigga like 70 something degrees at night. Spring, summer, early fall. Where it's like, yeah, I
Yeah, I
can
can do
tolerate
a
being
good
outside.
50. I can do a good 50. I'm good on
I
50.
do a good
I'm a good 50.
65. I can do a good 65
I'm a
depending
good
on
50.
like, you know what I'm saying, depending on what we're doing. So it's like I'm cool on, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. Like it ain't just about being in sun all the time. I think there's like a joy that comes from me, just like an energy to seeing the sun, like on some Superman shit. Or even if it's like, I don't have no intentions of making this a bad day, but if I saw the sun, it would just make something so much better.
Sun is medicine. That's a fact. Sun is medicine.
You know what I
Post on
mean?
Instagram. Shout out to Sammy. Says sun is medicine. Get your vitamin D and not the one that you would think I would be talking about on the
Yeah,
podcast.
because you're a fine motherfucker.
You arguably most people need that too. But
Yeah, you're a fine motherfucker. And well, since you a fine
you
motherfucker
should get both. Both.
and you are a follower of your one and only Savior Christ Jesus.
Why do you want to go here right now? Why?
Because I want to address real shit. Why you have such an look, fam. All right, I don't even want to address you on this. I just want to address like,
You
how you
can't
feel.
address me. I don't have a point.
I want to ask you. I want to ask you how
myself.
you. I want to ask you how you feel. I want to ask you how you feel. Okay.
Okay.
How do you really feel about the fact that the man that made All Falls Down,
Mm.
the man that made
when it all falls down.
Kanye's workout plan, the man that made Roses from Late Registration, great record, the man that wrote and produced Graduation, the man that produced but Pusha T and Sci-Hi wrote the lyrics to Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Why you
How
keep trying to?
How do you feel about the fact?
You know that's not how that album went, but okay.
It is how it went.
It's not the reason. No,
look,
We
Look,
can look at the
it is.
credits, nigga. That's not.
Look now.
No, it's not.
Look,
It's
it
not.
is. There is now a credited,
And
and
that's
this
a
is what it
fact.
is, and
Yes,
and
that is.
and
No, it's not.
this is what's
It's
fact.
just not. No, that's not a fact.
This
That's
is
not a
what's
fact.
fact.
No,
This is what's facts. I'm
no.
gonna tell you this is what's facts right now. This is what I'm gonna tell you. This is what's facts right now, sir. Look, if you wrote, what the fuck is in your cup, nigga?
Reusable ice cubes. It's a thing my therapist gave to me. I ran out of ice, and now I had to use the colorful ice cubes. Don't judge me. Fuck y'all. Shut up. Or
If
you.
you don't
You know,
become a grown
not
man
you.
and get you
You.
some whiskey stones, nigga,
Hey. I ran out of ice, man. Shut up.
get you some whiskey stones. We grown.
Yeah. They're in my Amazon wish list. Send it back.
Oh my God. You know what? Amazon started sending us a bag
Hey,
so we can
hey.
start sending out kits to distinguished motherfuckers like my co-host himself.
I am
You know
not
what I'm saying?
undistinguished just because I forgot to buy a bag of ice. Stop
You
it.
undistinguished as fuck. My
That's not
God.
how that works. No,
Yes, it
no,
is. Yes, it
no, it's
is. It
not.
is. It is. You
No.
undistinguished as
I
fuck.
could have been bought some whiskey stones. Why did I not buy whiskey stones?
Because
I
you
do
don't
know
have
why.
couth. That's
Because
why.
no, bitch, because I like to switch up what I drink. I don't always want to drink whiskey.
The stones are to keep the drink cold. It ain't
I
about
know,
the drink, nigga.
I know that, but those are the
That,
same thing. Those are the same thing. Those are the same thing. They're just plastic
nigga.
and colorful.
You know what? You ain't got no couth, nigga. You ain't got no couth. You ain't got no couth whatsoever. Don't let me catch you at a roof, Chris. Don't let me catch you don't let me catch you at a roof, Chris. And then you like, and you ain't got no whiskey
Reusable
stones
ice cubes.
and you ain't got no like no whiskey glasses in your crib. Don't let me catch you at roof, Chris, looking like
Time
that.
out.
Cause you
Time
know
out.
I'll get you.
Fuck Roof Chris. Who the fuck even want to eat at a place with two first names? Look, check me out. How the fuck you do this? Reusable ice cubes save the earth, technically.
So the
Hear
whiskey
me out,
stones.
people. How? Cutting up rocks. Rocks can be used for better things than liquor,
But guess
arguably.
what? When we dead, them rocks will still be here. So it's like, and they'll be here longer than we will. It's all good.
You gotta change the no. You gotta change a rock chemically to be able to keep drinks cold for a period of time. Rocks just don't work like that off
Certain stones, like certain granites, hold heat. I mean, hold
yeah.
cold. That's the point of a whiskey stone. So it's like, yeah, if you and that's one that's bullshit. I work in that industry. If I'm gonna take 6 stones and get and have a set, keep them in my freezer when I want to have a drink, drop them bitches in there like wow, nigga. That's nothing comparison to these fucking 307 square foot kitchens and shit that motherfuckers be putting in their cribs. That's all granite. That's taken from the earth, yo. But then again, it's kind of like
taken from the earth is arguable, my
But
nigga.
what I'm still saying, still then again, if all of us died off the planet, like we were just wiped out as mankind, and then the earth took the planet back, and the fucking cabinetry that you have rotted out, and the granite slabs fell to the floor and retook to the earth. It's retaken to the earth. It's actually renewable. It's gonna last longer than we will. Like it's okay. Man, it's okay. That's okay. Oil, nah. Like that's non-renewable resource for all of you, those at home who didn't take science.
I feel like you get more from oil than you do from rocks.
You do, but it destroys the planet. So Leonardo DiCaprio would probably kick you in the nuts for saying that, Cartman.
Aren't rocks the planet, though? Arguably speaking, aren't rocks the planet itself?
Nigga, we on a rock.
Exactly. So if you using tiny ones to keep your fucking drink cold, come on, man. Like
Yeah,
It's not the same thing.
it's boss shit. It's grown shit.
Amazon wish list shit. How did this tie into Kanye again?
Oh, just you being one of those type of people. Anyway, I want to know why the fuck or how the fuck you feel about the fact that this man, that person, is completely, and I hate using this word, especially towards this person because I can't stand this person because he's a bitch, is just harassing Skeet Davidson like a disrespectful motherfucker. I want to know why he doing that. Because he filing right now. Like he filed.
Because he's fucking his wife.
No, he's not, nigga. No, he's not.
He kind of is.
No, he's not. You know why? Because Kim ain't married to that nigga no more. It's not his wife. It's not his wife, nigga.
Yeah.
It's not his wife, nigga.
I guess officially now it's not his wife, but
And
technically
on
he was still fucking her when
and
he
on
was
some
his
real
wife.
and on some real shit and on some real shit, and that's what I think too. Like
Technically.
what a lot of people I haven't seen acknowledge about this whole situation is these. Kim has been with Kanye more than anybody else, longer than anybody else. She actually tried to build stability with this nigga, which she hasn't done with anybody else. So when this divorce popped off and shit, I believe out of any of the like her previous divorces or previous like real celebrity relationships or whatever the fuck, this would have been the one where if she was gonna leave a room for improvement to stall her from wanting to get a divorce, that moment would have happened if it would have happened.
Right.
But she's not gonna not date because she don't want to not date, nigga. Like she, for the most part of what we've known, she's pretty much been connected to somebody at most points in her life, at least from what we know about her. So she likes a companion. So it's like, what we gonna tell? Like we gonna be like, oh nah, she can't have a companion because she's not with Kanye now. Nah, that's always been her stilo. But we gonna say that, oh, she's not like she shouldn't be doing that. She like no, she has a right to choose. So if she decided like this has been, I've been with this nigga for 8 years, whatever the fuck. We had children, had a serious surrogate, had a child for us, we had more children, the whole nine. We did the dance. I hope things work out. It didn't. So I'm proceeding with the divorce proceedings. That shit was finalized like a week or two ago. So this shit is, it's finito. So this whole fucking Sleepless in Seattle romantic comedy fucking thriller shit that Kanye West got going.
Comedy.
No, what I'm saying is that he was trying to be on like, I want my family back and da-da-da-da-da-da. One, you lost. Boom. Lost. I had to talk to my wife about this shit earlier because I was like, you know what, fam? I've been there. I've been that dude who has been Kanye. I have been that guy. I've been the person that was like, I was the reason why the relationship was toxic. I will own it. I've been that dude. And when chick left and wanted to like fuck around with somebody else, and I'm feeling like, nah, bitch, you been fuck that, and I'm trying to fight homie because he stepped in and wasn't toxic. I've won some, I lost some, and some motherfuckers just chickened out. But I'm thinking back in my head, it's like, yo, that shit is stupid. It's dumb. Because it's like, all right, you lost. You were the reason why. What you're doing can only, if you're at the bottom, the only way you can go is up. Only thing you can do is improve. Right? That's at least how you can get into good standing. I've also done that. I've worked my way back from being a toxic motherfucker to being self-aware enough, like, all right, I need to change this, and this, to at least getting good standing with my bitch again.
Right.
Been there, done that, got there. And you work, you know what I'm saying? You keep working from there. And maybe things might work out in your favor. Your girl comes back, you all Gucci. But you can't, if the chick, She might not have been giving Skeet not even a chance in the motherfucking world at the beginning. She might have just wanted some dick. And she was getting served. And this nigga Kanye made a big deal. A big deal. Because he got big mad. And then
I
after he
mean,
got
if
big
it's your
mad,
wife and she wants some dick and it ain't your dick, yeah, you're gonna be big mad.
you can be big mad. But you can
No, you
also
will
really,
be.
yeah, but
If
you
your
can,
wife
and you
wants
will.
some dick and it's not your dick, you're gonna be mad.
But if you legally separate
Especially
it,
if she goes
if
out
we
and gets
legally, but
fed
as
you
I'm
dick.
saying though, if we legally separate it because of my Z, like I'm in the Kanye situation and my Z toxicity, I maybe shouldn't act more toxic or at least as toxic towards the person that you're trying to possibly date that just may just be amused. But I may make that motherfucker, I might empower that person even more subliminally, which I think Kanye really did, because it's like, yo, this nigga is straight bugging, he tripping, she probably is getting an anxiety from the shit, and all this motherfucker gotta do is just be there. All, all Skeet gotta do is just wake up and be like, yo, you good? You all right? You need me to pull, you know what I'm saying, pull up? This nigga could do the simplest shit right now. And get way farther than what Kanye could, just because Kanye is making so much of a spectacle of this situation.
That's a
You
fact.
lost, fam. Sometimes you can lose and win later. Sometimes you can lose 100 million times like Jerry West did to Bill Russell. And then one fucking year you beat the Knicks and then you win. like sometimes it just happens. Like, but it may be further around down the road. You might have to take 13 L's before you can get that dub. But you're not helping the situation. Now we look at it like this. I look at it from a toxic scale. I don't like Skeet because of disrespect on Mac Miller. Rest in peace to the guy. But check it like this. If we saying toxic level for Kim Kardashian, toxic levels from what we know, Ray J was the leading scorer for a long motherfucking time. And the only reason he was a long leading scorer is because he gloated about doing some shit for a long time that we all know that he did. And it's like, nigga, we don't need you to gloat about it. We saw you do it. We seen it. You just bringing the shit up just for the clown moments, nigga. And it's like, that's nasty. But it's like, that's some toxic shit. I'm sure when she at the crib, I'm sure when she at the crib sometimes and just be with her kids and shit or whatever, and then some shit about Ray J pop up, and then she's immediately trending with that shit. She gets like what the fuck? It might not even be related, but I'm sure she's like, dog, word. You know what I'm saying? Just because of how Ray J does do what Ray J do. We know how Ray J moved. Let's not act like that. Let's not act like that. Huh?
Ray J.
Exactly. So, but we were saying he was a leading scorer for a long time in the league. Nick Cannon, not really toxic. Got a bunch of kids now, but ain't really toxic. He gonna be featuring them niggas in a minute. Chris Humphries, same thing. That nigga, after his divorce from her, he didn't really last much in the league. That nigga just disappeared. So it's like, that ain't really too reclusive on life. Run all the way down, you get to Kanye, and you see the reaction from Kanye through the marriage. And that's why I said she was trying to LeBron James herself out of Cleveland. You saw all the bullshit that was like, just a section of bullshit. I don't think you saw all of it, but just a section of bullshit. I don't watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I just see clips and shit on Twitter, and it's like, yeah, this nigga looking a nut. And then you hear, and then you see this nigga for real, on his own merit, acting a nut. So right after that, you got all the reasons in the world. Cool, boom. I'm still get this nigga a chance though, like she always do. Or she would if she was a loyal, loving woman and spouse. Which, to her degree, and to her defense, I believe she was, because she stuck it out for a long time through some fuckery.
I think she is. I think when she
Yeah,
want to be with somebody, she should be with them.
and I think she wanted to be with Kanye, but Kanye fucked all of
And
that up,
everybody been with somebody where it was like
being
you
Kanye.
with them, but you don't really want to be with
Yeah, and here and my whole synopsis is this because I've been there. Sometimes you gotta be man enough to really, 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 really fucking tell yourself. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, fuck the validation of everybody else. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, look, nigga, you lost. No matter, like, cause I've been in a situation where I beat dude's ass. Beat his ass. And then it didn't make chick come running back to me. That never worked.
them.
It
Yeah.
was like she came to that nigga defense. So I didn't do nothing but improve the situation for them. Cause now it's a story. You took an ass whooping for the love of your life. There's a story now. And
Yeah.
I was like, and I am the drama that created that story. Whereas if I would have just been on my chill, did you know what I'm saying? Acted accordingly. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna see how this work out. I'm gonna work on a couple things on me, come back, do a victory lap. It's gonna be all good. Didn't do it that way. Shit didn't work out that way. It didn't work out in my favor. So it's like, that's what Kanye's doing. He's not improving shit. Nigga got banned for Instagram for harassing this nigga. Like when the world is so sensitive that it can collectively be like, yo,
Okay.
nigga, what you saying and doing is actually kind of dangerous. And it's only dangerous as fuck because these niggas is like, these motherfuckers on some bullshit out here. Niggas will run up on you, son.
I
Niggas will
feel
run up
like
on you because they love their favorite fucking like they love certain artists. That's what killed John Lennon. He was a fan, nigga.
that's a fact.
You feel me?
Fact.
Like so it's like if you directly trying to say, yo, fuck this nigga Skeet up. As many of these, I hold you as being a stand more than a Ezekiel like, but what you are Ezekiel like. There is real fucking
Fuck you.
cardinal deacons of Ezekialism, nigga, that is out here that would fucking stab you in the throat if you tell them that fucking graduation was trash.
They'll stab you in the throat if you tell them Yeezy was trash.
Jesus is trash.
Nigga, you was caping for Yeezus.
I was drinking a lot during that time.
You still caping for it. I want to hear
I was drinking a lot.
it.
That was a part of it.
Man.
That was
It's a decent album.
that was what I call as an artist my blackout period. I wasn't there really for it. Like I was kind of like I was there, but I wasn't consciously there. Like I was like I'll put it as that. I wasn't thinking in clarity like at all for like 2.5 years.
No.
Yeah.
Shut up. No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not letting
I
you
had a
slide.
problem, yo. I had a problem. I had a problem. I had a problem, bro. I had a problem, bro.
I'm not letting you slide with that one.
I mean, I had a problem. Did I
The problem
was I capable? Did I cape for Kanye for a long time? Yes, absolutely. But at that point in time, I was really drinking and partying a lot, and that kind of matched my lifestyle. So it was like it made more sense to like it. But it was like I was in plenty of clubs and bars and shit and fucked up where it was like I didn't like the place where I was at or like even the music, but I was still there because I wanted to fuck bitches. So it was
Kanye wasn't doing that then. Kanye was just making
Kanye took
music
Travis
about
Scott's
fucking
whole
bitches.
sound and turned it into goth rhythmic music and made it into Yeezus, nigga.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Point
Where
of
do
the
you think?
point.
Where do you think all these fucking 15-year-old stands right now? Stands of Kanye right now come from? They probably started at Yeezus. That's the sound today.
I don't think there are many 15-year-old stands of Kanye.
Shit, there's plenty of 15-year-old Ezekiel lights in the fucking kingdom. Yeah,
No.
yeah.
No. I don't believe you. No.
These
I
kids
want
look
to
like.
see a poll on that. I for sure want to see a poll on that because I don't believe
Look, I believe it's true only because most of these motherfuckers that are just clown ass niggas from mid-era, I guess, and a lot of these motherfuckers crowning him greater than who the fuck he is. So it's like, yeah, you got that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, if you were 14, 13, 14 years old right now, as many motherfuckers, like, you got clown ass niggas like Game and shit, and uh the stupid goofy motherfuckers that people like saying like, oh yeah, like Kanye's one of the greatest, woo, 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 and they really cape for this nigga. You probably think he would probably be to what our equivalent would be of Tupac, because of how much he's revered and how much he's done and contributed to the game. If you are a fan of that, that's why I said, like, yeah, there's probably some motherfuckers, and they probably wouldn't like late registration or college dropout or graduation. Maybe not even 808s. 808s might actually sound like a weekend album to them, so they might actually rock with that. Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Yeezus, that's where they coming in. Like, that's where they would fit. You know what I'm saying? Because that music, I feel, and we talked about this before, offer that generation, that time period of that generation, that era of music, them couple years that he was a part of, shaped a lot of the way music is made today. 100%. I'm not gonna take that shit from that nigga whatsoever. But this clown ass nigga ain't helping his legacy. He ain't helping his marriage, and he's keeping on fucking on. At this point, Kim has really branded this motherfucker Skeet some name on his chest and don't give a fuck.
No, he did that.
Whatever, they there now. Whatever, they love
that's
each
the
other.
real question. I guess that out of everything that Ye has done, even with DL Hughley entering the chat, you know what I'm saying? Out of all of that, the real question is, what do you do when a man who
He's
is
a baby.
sleeping with your wife?
Oh, you know, Skeet. Oh, he a baby too.
A man that's sleeping with your wife,
baby,
hits you at 5 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, and says, "Hey, I ain't gonna take you talking shit about me no more. Um, bitch ass nigga, see me when you see me, or come meet me where I'm at." And you tell him, "Bitch, are you talking to me crazy? Where are you at?" And then he sends you a picture with his thumbs up.
He's
And
like,
it
I'm in bed
says,
with your
in
wife.
bed with your wife. You bought a house across the street from this house.
He ain't acting stupid. Stop playing. Stop playing.
I'm saying you ain't gotta be
playing.
gay. I'm saying if you
Stop
if
playing.
you
Stop
if you
playing.
you.
Stop playing.
I'm saying if
Stop
you
playing.
you. I'm
Stop
saying
playing.
if you.
Stop playing.
I'm not talking about Ye.
Beyonce would never let Hov go near you again. Stop playing. Stop playing.
I'm not talking
Stop
about.
playing.
I'm not
Stop
talking about Ye.
playing.
I'm talking about you. What would you do? I'm not talking about Ye. I'm talking about you. What would you do? Because I know what I would do. What would you do? We saw what Ye would do. What would you do?
So in this situation, hypothetically, I have been the one instigating this shit from the jump street, right?
Pretty much.
Oh, I'm acting a nut. Because now it's like you done invited me over, because it's like I've been instigating the fight and you've been trying to like duck and dodge the fight, but you ain't put you know what I'm saying? So I ain't pull up. But now
But
you
then
like,
he invited you to his hands though. He said, "Hey, yo, meet me in the hotel room. Whatever you want to do, we can do. Talk to me, scrap it out, whatever. We can do it. Hit me up."
Then I'm there. Cause I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, because no matter where I was,
because the nigga just sent you a picture like these next to your bitch.
Even if I was sleeping, I just
like
roll
what?
and just so happen to see like my phone vibrate, and it's like on one of them, and I'm like, oh, is this nigga? Oh, what? All right, yeah, I'm pulling up. But in a Jose Ortega sense, nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even instigated it, but that's the wisdom of me today. it's like, nigga, it's
I
not
feel like
going.
I would definitely instigate it, and I'm definitely pulling up. I'm not waiting till the next day. When you send me that picture, I'm pulling up.
I think certain things are simple. I think certain things are simple as far as focus. You can't have a million. You can't have everything that you want without devoting a lot of fucking time to the craft of whatever you're going to do. And that even goes down into like, all right, you want your
Nah,
wife back, you want your family
nah,
back. That's what you claim that you want. No, I'm
yeah,
serious. That's what you claim that you want. But you just spent 6 months or however long inside of fucking Mercedes-Benz Stadium trying to sell this album, and then you moved your
nigga, that was
mom's
two
house.
albums ago. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit.
I don't give a fuck. But this is all the process of. Then you move your motherfucking mom's house that you bought to Miami to burn it on fire to just stand there in front of a with on stage with a bunch of motherfuckers and shit. You, layman's terms, nigga, you're doing everything except trying to work on the shit you claim you're trying to work on. So it's like, all right, most of this excuses or most of what you're saying is pretty much unvalid because you're saying shit and like, oh, I want my family back. So what are you doing to get it? Nothing.
Nigga, no, nigga, no, nigga, no, nigga, no,
What
nigga,
are
no,
you? No, what
no,
I'm saying,
no, no,
yes,
no,
because
no,
what are you
no,
doing
no.
positively to try and do it? You're not trying to
Because
do. You're
me
not trying to
selling
put
my
in anything positive towards getting the shit. You're acting
bullshit,
negatively to try to. You're acting in a
maybe
negative to try to achieve a positive, and that's not possible. And when you're trying to act behaviorally,
not true,
it's not math, nigga.
not true, not true. For Kanye West, acting irrationally or irregular, quote unquote, for most
No, nigga,
people.
this is regular for him.
Right. For him is regular, but irregular for most people. Acting in that way pays off for him. It has paid off in the future. There's no reason him think it won't pay. It's paid off for him in the past. There's no reason that it won't pay off for him in the future. Motherfucking nigga has been doing this shit since before he was with Kim.
Nigga, it don't matter whether you doing this shit to the motherfucking moon turns great. Turns
I
purple.
don't think
It
that's
like
got nothing to do with it.
yeah, like nigga, it doesn't matter.
I
It's
don't
the
think
fact
that
that
part's got nothing to do with it. It
here
got
here
nothing to do with how
yeah.
you feeling like that. It's just him
Look, because
actually doing what the fuck he's doing, which is acting ridiculous. That's why I said no
yeah,
matter who enters the chat,
but
DL, Hughley, Steve, or whoever this nigga wants to shoot at, he's shooting at everybody. At what point do you stop shooting at people and do you go, hey, who did I hit? Because you hit Pete, I guess. Pete pissed
not
off
not
now.
not even
Kim
just
is
that. I thought
mad
you were
at
gonna
you.
go someplace different with it. Like not even just that, but when do you get to the point to where it's like nobody else, it's nobody else's fault? It has to be yours. When do you have to sit down and analyze
Do you get
yourself?
to that point if you're that much of a narcissist? Do you get to that point? No, usually no.
Exactly. Therefore, and it's on her list of reasons to get out of Cleveland. To like, yo, this nigga is a massive level of narcissist. This on my list.
Yeah.
Why the fuck should I still keep fucking with this nigga? No, no.
See,
I remember saying to you, and it's documented on podcast. Yo, she's trying to do this lawyer thing, and she really going to school. She taking this shit seriously than a motherfucker. This nigga's not helping at all what she's trying to do. And how much longer did that shit last? Not long. You know, like not long after I said that, because it's like, yeah, when you trying to do some shit, whether you in a straight relationship, bi relationship, whatever the fuck your relationship status, when you start doing shit like that, where it's starting to hamper or like tamper with your spouses, your relationship, your partner, your counterparts, whole shit, what their vibe is, oh no, nah, nigga, you gonna lose. You got to check that shit at the door immediately. Because there's like, because one thing's for sure, two things for certain. You can build together and you can build separately. But the one thing that you can't do is build together and tear down separately. That's not gonna work.
I don't think The nigga is even thinking about it like that, man. I think it's purely
You might be right, and that's the problem, yo.
narcissism in the sense that it's like this is affecting me and my things. I don't want my things. What I think of. That's what I texted you when we were texting about it. Remember, I texted you. I think this is the case of somebody that's either this is shit that weirdos do or niggas that want to control things that they feel like they can control that will benefit them. I don't feel like he's a stalker on some DL shit, but I feel like
He is though.
I feel like stalker is relative.
Uh,
Stalker is relative. Depending on the situation, stalker is relative. Can you be a stalker when you and your girlfriend are famous?
yeah, you can.
Yeah, if you're like literally hiding in her bushes or some shit, but
No,
any more than any regular person that would just want to be like, what is this bitch doing? Like, or what is this nigga
that's
doing?
stalking,
People do that
motherfucker.
all the
Like,
time. Like that, but
look,
not to the level where it's criminal.
but what I'm saying, I wouldn't put it as far as what
Everybody does a
I
little
wouldn't,
bit of
I wouldn't, I,
stalking.
I
I'm talking
wouldn't
about
say
the
Kanye.
criminal
What
level
Kanye is
stalking.
doing is criminal, but it is a level of stalking. What I will say wholeheartedly is that his behavior towards just the divorce and the separation as a whole.
It's been what you would think a bipolar nigga that doesn't fucking take his meds regularly and has every resource at his disposal would act like.
It's unhealthy. Period. Just as much as you said it, like you could have just said it just like that. It's unhealthy. But here's the thing: is it's like how much do you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Take it's like how much you gotta take from that. Where it's becoming because one thing's like this is another thing. Once you like you'll know this one day when you married to somebody, you winning together, you losing together, you come up together, you go down together. It's like when it's real, when it's one of those, even if one person's making more money than the other, if you sink, you know what I'm saying? Once this shit starts happening, let's room for error. You can stay at the same level every time and come together to see eye to eye, and we can break shit down. Everything can be Gucci. Even if you gotta yell it out, cry it out, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like your way of argument is. As long as you can still say eye to eye and break it down, you'll be good.
That's
Once
the thing.
this shit starts happening,
Yeah, I don't think
yeah, like
Kanye's the type of nigga where him, and that we used to give her credit for it a while ago, talking about how patient she is. Kanye is never here. It's never this. It's always, it might start here, but then it goes, yo, he wilding. Yo, what is he doing? Yo, okay, all right, yeah, he tripping. All right, bro, whatever.
yeah,
All right. What is he doing? I don't know no more. Like, like that's how it goes, man.
like fam, like I felt like this is how I really feel. I feel, and I think I probably said this before, that when he had that breakdown in Oklahoma during that presidential campaign, which was some bullshit, and he went viral and looked a fucking nut. That was a moment that I feel like he should have just been like, yo, I need to regress. And I mean, like, regressing to a point of I need to focus on really what is important to me and what I want, if that's what his family is. So if he was gonna go and like that was a moment because it's like, all right, you had this breakdown. You made not only yourself look like an ass because it's a presidential campaign. You don't make yourself just look like an ass during the presidential campaign. You make yourself look like an ass, your wife, your kids, the motherfuckers that's your best friend. Everybody looks like an ass if you look like an ass. Pusha T looked like an ass, and he was nowhere near around it or even supporting the shit. So he looked like an ass. So it's like
to stand next to you, so it's like
Exactly. So it's like when it's your spouse and your spouse is doing everything to this, and this is what I will always give Kim credit for. I always give credit for this, especially watching the Tommy Lee shit and Pamela Anderson first episode
You
and shit on
watched
Hulu.
that bullshit.
Except for Rogan, I fuck with him.
I thought that was
And
so
and Sebastian Stan.
ridiculous to
Anyway,
even make that a fucking series. But okay.
I think it should have just deserved a movie, but you know. Anyway,
I don't even think nigga
even from
why.
that, it's like Pamela Anderson had a moment of trajectory. That moment happened. It didn't pay out in her favor, and it was like a decline from there. And it didn't have nothing to do with age. It had nothing to do with how long she was in the industry. It was that moment, how it was conducted post then, that led to a decline. It could have been pimped. And the only reason I say it could have been pimped because we've seen Kim pimping. We've seen Kim in the almighty greatest pimp of all glory pimpdom, Kris Jenner. Pimp
I wouldn't
this
call
whole
that
this
shit
whole
up there.
she's the greatest pimp of all time. Anyway,
Yeah.
pimped like help her daughter pimp this situation out to be like, all right, we're gonna do this reality TV show. We're gonna get this bread from this from was it Bravo or TLC or whatever the fuck is that shit's on. And we're gonna like this is what you gonna do. Bitch, you gonna take your money and you gonna invest this in this. And that's gonna get you like 15 mil. We'll have another conversation after you get it. Bitch, you gonna get this. And then like this gonna get you 10 mil. And after you get it, we gonna revisit this. Bitch, this gonna get you 25 because you sucked dick on camera. So right after that, we gonna like after you get it, it should be in 2 weeks, we gonna revisit this. And then we gonna keep this shit pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping and pumping and going. And they took advantage of it. They took a clout moment, made it into something else, made money off. Look, the ones that ain't even Kardashians, nigga, got makeup, nigga. Makeup lines is worth $500 million, $750 million.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So this is like there's money on the line. The Kardashian Jenner family by itself, excuse me, is worth more than Kanye. Like the name is worth more than Kanye. Yeah.
Let's look that up. Let's look that up.
I mean, shit. Put all of them together. All of their net worths together is probably worth more than
Kardashian family network.
Kanye. They probably do have a stat for that.
We definitely got stuff that.
Gotta be for sure. I put bread on.
Entire family worth. Oh, we gotta do some math here. Damn it.
I kind of figured it was. I kind of figured you had to do each person and add it all up together.
Yeah, they don't have it. It's just a thing. Hold on. Gotta go to the net worth. Where's the calculator at? Let me see right quick. We're gonna do this. Shoot,
I would say Kendall is worth like what, $750 million?
That's 1 billion. I take Kanye out of there. So one.
Gotta take Kanye out of there. I'm close, ain't I?
Wait. Plus, hold up, damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gotta count all these zeros. Shit. Plus.
Count on this zero.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Bankroll PJ, all kind of hundreds. All kind of hundreds.
Plus 190. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shit. Plus 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shit. Plus
I'm gonna smoke this
50.
paper while you do this math. Undistinguished nigga.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus shit. Another 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus nigga Rob is even 10 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shit.
Let's say like he probably be worth like 40, probably 50 million if it wasn't for Black China. But yeah.
Do we count Scott Disick?
Yeah.
We count him? Okay.
Yeah.
Count Scott Disick. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's the whole thing. What's the number? What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nigga
7,
got top
8.
zeros.
So that's 2.2 billion.
Almost
2.3 billion. On the high is 2.285. So that's 2.3 billion is the whole Kardashian family. Kanye is worth 7 billion. So that's not true.
They could get there as liquid before he could, so it's all good.
That's another argument.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying because like we're comparing net worths. Over like that's the argument. It's comparing net worths.
All of the whole Kardashian.
He has a lot of net. Yeah, I'm gonna say he has
3 billion.
Yeah, and he has a lot of net. I'm gonna
himself.
say he has a lot of net worth, but a lot of it is investments in shit and what he
billionaire.
Yeah, I'm gonna say and what he owns. So, but what I'm saying is when you're somebody as volatile as emotionally volatile as Kanye, it's mad easy to fuck your bread up because you have one. And this is another thing too. This is one of the main reasons why he should never pull up on Skeet. Because if he pull up on Skeet and beat the shit out that nigga, like listen, I'm gonna keep it real. I believe Kanye West has undistinguished retard shrimp. So he can probably beat the shit out of you like a chimpanzee because he has no regard for what the fuck is going on with his body. And Pete Davidson is a fucking is a junkie recovering from rehab. And the reason why I call him a junkie is because I believe once you're a junkie, you're always a junkie. That's just me. But like, there you go. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like where Kanye could whoop Pete's ass, I feel like DL Hughley would whoop Kanye's ass.
Nah, I think DL is too over the bullshit at this point. I think he has a 357 Magnum like right by the door that's already in a holster that's written on the barrel like engraved like nigga try me.
But at this point,
waiting
I feel like
for that moment. He's waiting for that moment for somebody to be like, all right, motherfucker, you want to act buck, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Like DL said they got on the phone. I feel like
he got the gray beard now. It's either like, look, nigga, if we can't get past this through words, I'm gonna just shoot you.
I feel like with Kanye though, I feel like DL would square up in his backyard. He'd be like, "Oh, you came? Come on, come to the back with me. Come to the back with me, real quick. Come on, we're gonna do this right now. Let's get this over with." And then he gonna be like, "What you talking about?" Like, no, you want you at my house, right? Come on, let's go. You put my shit on Instagram, let's go. Like talking about some, oh, you live in Calabasas too. God is good. God is good. Come on.
What you saying in that specific scenario where he's at DL's house? Oh yeah, DL fucking him up. Because it's also gonna be the principle of I'm not gonna like he from old
DL not gonna slap him on the red carpet. That's just unprofessional.
No, yeah, that's unprofessional as fuck. But what I'm saying is, if you in his house and he invited you there and you want to act an ass,
no, you threatened me and put my shit on Instagram and said you was coming, and then you came. Yeah, meet me in the backyard.
Yeah, like that. It's one of those. Like, nah, nigga, you not gonna. That goes to anybody. Like home court advantage in my house is home court advantage.
Put
Like
my
you
address
try
on
to
Instagram.
you try and disrespect you trying to disrespect me in my own home. I don't give you could be Shaq size. You are going through a window. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I will not have that shit in my crib, son.
I'm stopping
Heard,
it at you put my
heard.
address on Instagram. Please pull up like you said you would so we can handle this. Please. 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 Pull up like you said you would. If I'm DL and I'm the same age as Kanye, even DL being almost DL is 59 years old. I looked it up earlier today. DL is 59 years old. Kanye is a smooth 45. I feel like DL will slap the shit out of that nigga with old nigga strength.
That's what I'm saying. He come from an old school, nigga. He come from an old school.
He got old nigga strength.
If we wanted,
Nigga strength.
I'm about to say, if we wanted to be real, nigga, and we on some real shit, nigga,
Yeah, they
DL could
both
have
from
been.
Chicago. I just thought about it.
I would say, and DL could have been any of our pops, nigga. Like he's at that point in time of age. So like, you know what I mean? Like he ain't in no zone of where it's like, oh, I'm above or I'm too old to not pop some nigga that's just 15 years older than me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just 14 years older than me. I'm not too old. Like I could scrap it out with that nigga. But I reasonable. But I do think that he's not about that bullshit no more. I really do. Because
I knew when he dyed his beard blonde, he wasn't about that bullshit. Any old nigga that dyed his beard blonde, he ain't trying to play with you. He got money and he ain't trying to play with you.
Look. I never was a real big fan of D.L. Hughley's comedy because he was using the same jokes over the course of 20 years and shit.
That's when I stopped being. So I was a fan when he was younger, but then like I think about the 2010s, early 2000s, mid 2000s, he just like Eddie Griffin down there. Even Eddie Griffin has changed this shit up a little bit. Started recycling the same bits.
Yeah, and it became too much. But anyway, I started respecting Diego for the person that he was because he reminded me a lot of my Uncle BB, my Theo. Like he reminded me a lot of him because what he said may have went over your head at the moment. But realistically, what he said was simple enough for you to be able to digest and understand. You just might not have been able to catch it at the time. But when the moment happens, or even if it's just 10 minutes later, you get it. It's like, all right. You know what I mean? He one of those things. You got to kind of respect the game on it. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't trying to tell you no bullshit. He really don't even want to fight you. Why? Because he ain't got time for that bullshit, bro. He really don't even feel like wasting the energy on you. But you feel like you want to act buck, so now I got to act buck, which means that I got to come with an extra buck to fuck you up. There we are.
Buck, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that shit is dumb. I don't really think Kanye wanted any to smoke with any of the niggas. I think that's just stupid. Because I think it would cost him more money. I think it would cost him more money than anybody else. It won't cost Kim no more money because she's separate.
That's one thing.
Yeah. It's not gonna cost her no bread no more. It's not really gonna cost Skeet nothing if this nigga act up and shit. It'd actually pay out in his favor more than likely.
Even if he got his ass whooped, it would work out for him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And for clout. So it's like that doesn't work out for him and shit. So you want to fight DL Hughley and shit. If DL Hughley beats his ass like Granddad on Boondocks, like what happens then? Everything that I'm saying leads to, at the very, very least, you lose maybe a couple $1 billion worth of net worth and value. Now, were you up? Yeah, you up. But you may be 7 billion up today.
I mean, are you willing to lose that for your life, though?
But what I'm saying is,
in his argument, it's his family.
It's not about that. It's not about that. We've already discussed that.
That's true.
Discussed that. It's not about that shit.
His argument is, we all know
that is bullshit.
We all know it's about him, but
that's bullshit, yo.
His family. So Are you not willing to lose a few $1 billion? If you worth 7, you won't lose 3 over trying to get your family back.
That's bullshit. He ain't trying to get shit back.
I'm asking you though, if you had $7 billion, would you not put up 3 to get your family back?
I would if that was my intention. Like if I was really my intention. Like if I'm on some shit where it's like, all right, me and Mrs. Ortega don't
No
get
matter how
along.
crazy you gotta
You
act,
know what
you
I'm saying? Me
lose
and
all
Mrs.
of that.
Ortega don't get along so well right now. Like we're not getting along right now. We separated. We in that mode, and all we gotta do is, you know what I'm saying, taking care of, you know what I'm saying, co-parenting Minnie Ortega and trying to walk through, you know what I'm saying, our days and shit and try and communicate separately and try and see how this work out. If I'm a man that's smart, if me, all right, Kiana, you know, Mrs. Ortega may want to look out there and see what else is out there. She might want to date a little bit. She may feel a little lonely. I'm not in the house. We separate. I'm smart. All right, I may not be in that zone. I might not be like, oh, I'm willing to go and try something else right now. This is a fucked up moment. I need to work on this. If I work on this, maybe something work out. Yeah, she gonna do what she do. All right, she do what she do.
That's hard for
I'm
some people. That alone is hard for
but what
people
I'm
to
saying,
swallow.
it's hard. It's not no easy shit, but it's some shit where it's
Everybody
like, all right,
can't just be like, all right, I'm gonna just do. I'm gonna focus on me. And then
but
just
I'm
go
a
do what
betting
you
man.
gonna do.
I'm a bet.
Everybody
I'm a
don't do
betting. I'm a betting man. So that like that's an. I think that might be actually genetic. And anyway, like I'm a betting man. So it's
I
like
don't think that's a good bet.
I would,
Honestly,
but here's my thing. I would take the whole shit. I would bet on that's betting on yourself though. I
like
always
I
bet
would
on
bet
myself.
on me before
Come
I
on.
bet on me for that to work. It's
Yeah,
like maybe if I do this for myself,
like
and then maybe
but
that's
like we
no, nigga,
determined, but
I'll
like we
just do it for
determined
me.
and set, like we determined and set, the toxicity is the reason why I'm in the doghouse of where we beginning with. So it's like, all right, my toxicity has. I'm self-aware.
What if it's not
My
just you?
toxicity, but what I'm saying is like my toxicity gotta stem from somewhere.
That's true.
All right. And if it does stem from somewhere, even if I can't acknowledge it yet, the fact that I'm trying to release an album, then a double album, then do a tour, and I'm trying to do
What
this, and I'm
about the
trying.
toxicity of your bitch? She's adding to it too. It's not like nobody makes one. No relationship in no toxic
Look,
relationship is there just
look,
one toxic person.
look.
At some point, there's something that
Some people
somebody does
look.
where it's a thing.
100%. This is
Keep
what I.
clashing.
This 100%. This is what I believe. I believe anybody who can been in a relationship for so long can actually get themselves into an insecurity to where it's like, I don't think that anybody would really like me for me right now in age. And even though Kim K is Kim K, she might even think that, like, all right, look, yeah, she got however many followers on across through so many social media outlets, whatever the fuck, who cares? She's Kim K. So, yeah, some people might just be with her just for the fact that she is Kim K. Not for the fact that, yeah, I like Kim Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? I like, you know, like, it's cool that you a mom and you got kids. I don't really give a fuck. Like, I'm trying to connect with you to see what you all about. You know what I'm saying? Like, she might have just out the gate, just like, all right, if I still got it, I still got it. If I meet somebody, I just entertain it in the meantime. Mrs. Ortega could do the same thing. And it's like, all right, you feel that way? I said, I don't have to be in that same situation. If I play my cards right, chances are, yeah, experience, history, what we've built may all come into play along with the fact that, you know, yeah, you love a nigga for real, me. You come back. We'll work it out. Still things to work on, but we'll work it out. If you make nothing more or give nothing more, if I give nothing more than toxic reasons, Mrs. Ortega to be like, no, I don't fuck with this nigga, bro. Because every time I talk to this nigga, or every time I think about this nigga or open up my phone is about him talking about my counterpart for whatever reason, randomly. This nigga made a whole video about decapitating this nigga. Word, my nigga. Word, my nigga.
That was a lot. I thought that was like peak. That was kind of peak lame for Kanye, right? Like out
Yeah,
of
it
all the
was
lame
peak.
shit he's
It
done,
was
that was like
mad lame.
peak lame
That's
shit.
why
Right?
Instagram banned his ass. Cause they was like, once he started kept going with the shit, I was like, yo,
Like, yeah,
this shit
what are
is
you
really
doing?
like gotten out of fucking hand. Like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
he
And
putting
you
himself
too
in
old to
putting
be
himself in a
doing it at that. Like,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like 50 is one of the most pettiest niggas I've ever like seen in my entire life. 50, shout out to 50. 50 petty is rare petty, but I enjoy the pettiness when I see it. But it's like that type of petty nigga is it's rare. I enjoy seeing it. But that nigga would do that shit.
I don't know.
Like, come on, bro.
I don't know, man.
Like 50 grimy, but 50 ain't gonna cause himself no money right now.
Kanye has gotten to that point, I think, where you know how they talk about people getting like older and then like you kind of just lose your cool or you feel like you lost your cool. Kanye strikes me as a nigga that feels like he lost his cool and don't want to tell nobody he lost his cool or he feels that way. So he does things like make slave clothes and be like, "This is fucking cool, right? This is cool, right? Okay, it's sold out. You got $1 billion. Yeah, 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 fucking cool. I'm cool again. See, I'm cool."
Remember when I
That
told
might
you?
be harsh, but
Remember
I
when we had
mean,
this conversation the other day when we was texting and
talking
shit?
myself all the way out of Kanye.
I told you, and this one, and I really can't because you asked me a serious question. Like, how did Kanye like about Kanye's music falling off?
Yeah, I said no
And
podcast shit, motherfucker. How like what's your real reason? Like no calling me a Ezekiel, like none of that bullshit.
yeah, just like a
Just
real honest question.
fan, just on some just your honest opinion. What is the reason this nigga has fell off so hard? Because I
Yes.
asked you that because I was listening to Dark Fantasy and then I jumped from Dark Fantasy to Donda. I'm
And
like, wrong.
and this was the thing, and that's what I told you. I felt, and this is how I really feel. I feel like back when he was at his prime of music, and it was music that identified with the masses and the consumer. But now, like since I would say, even within Life of Pablo, a lot of it was too. We just thought it was dope because it was good, really good production. That was the last time I think he did great production anyway.
That and I
But
think that was his last good rollout.
no, that shit still came out late. Anyway,
No, I'm saying in terms of there were things on the album
that
that you
rollout
went
was
to listen
2
to because
years.
of the rollout of
I
the
was
album.
in California when he started that rollout. That fucking
Yeah,
song
it
was
was a 2 year
that. I
rollout.
mean, they're like that album was supposed to be called "So Help Me God." Like
He kept
for
rolling it out after he put it up.
yeah, like it was fucking ridiculous. He trumped it. Like he really trumped it.
That nigga changed the record like or changed the album like 5 times after he put it out. And was like, no, this is the version. No, this is the version. No,
But
this is the version. All right.
but the
He
thing
liked them all.
was that is
One
that
more
like
than others.
the music at a certain point in time connected to the consumer, connected to us, and now it doesn't connect to us no more. It's really just music that
I
he
wouldn't
just
even
wants to.
say
But
that.
here's my thing is like I feel like we have to reach. We actually all almost have to reach to trying to connect to this shit for the most part. And I feel like what we're getting from Kanye is a lot of just fucking just hard drive shit.
But that goes into my theory.
Remember back in the day when motherfuckers used to do like 300 plus song music, about niggas doing 300 plus songs in preparation just for an album that was going to be 20 songs just in a project. You know what I mean? And then through mixtapes and all types of other shit. We still got stems of that shit later.
I think that was,
you know what I'm saying? Clear, you know what I'm
to
saying? And
some
clearing the
degree,
hard drive, and you know what I'm saying, and still using that shit to some extent. The shit that wasn't used for the album.
I think that was an exaggeration to some degree. Niggas wasn't doing 300 songs for an album, but yeah, you're not
Actually, at a
writing
certain point in
300
time,
songs for one album.
I will say there was motherfuckers that if the album
Unless
was
writing for you was that easy, I don't know, and you take that long to write it, I don't know.
no, I would say for motherfuckers, like for a lot of niggas that was doing 100 songs plus in preparation for an album,
I can see
that
100.
wasn't. Yeah,
300.
I'm gonna say that was a standard at a certain point in time.
Yeah, I can see
Like
100 for
nigga, I would
sure,
say that was a
but
standard.
not
It was like
300.
I judged that on like how good you were going to be because of how many choices you had based on how much you had to say. Because I know for sure, you said at least the same thing at least fucking 20 times. So like in a different, you know what I'm saying?
But
Probably a
that's the
different
thing about
cadence,
old Kanye.
you know what I'm saying? Like, but
Old
I
Kanye
feel
never
like,
had that issue.
yeah, but I feel like now we're just getting album cuts of just bullshit. Whatever the fuck he wants to do, because that's how he's
think it's
feeling in the
bullshit.
moment. Like that's how he's feeling in the moment. Look, nigga, like on some real shit. Kanye is acting so anti Rihanna right now, and it's fucking ridiculous. It's actually appalling. He's acting so anti. This is why right now. This is the fucking reason why he's low key, nigga, and he's not an Avenger. Like you know, I know, everybody know. This is the reason why he's not one of the part of the whole Avengers. He, you know what I'm saying? He could easily be on squad. Easy.
He helped
But
when he
this
need to, but most of the time he be shooting himself in the foot. Yeah,
Loki ass nigga.
yeah.
Like 1000%. Like nigga.
Like he be on his own mission, and the whole crew know he ain't that bad, but he be on his own shit. And every now and again he be like, "Hey yo, what's up, y'all?" And we be like, "Yeah, nigga, come on." And then every now and again he be wilding out and be like, "You dumb
Nigga, the last
motherfucker."
time Jay-Z released a solo album, a
What are you
solo
doing?
project, not a joint project, not the one with Jay Electronica, not the one with B. The
Yo, I seen a
last
nigga
time
say,
this nigga released a solo project was the year my daughter was born. My daughter's gonna
time
be
out,
5 this
time
year,
out,
nigga.
time out,
Like,
time out. Nigga the other day say it was the 5th anniversary when the album come out, 2017, 18. It was the 5th anniversary of the Jay-Z album, but it was Jay Electronics album. Bro, I was laughing about that shit for a good 5 minutes. Real.
real shit, nigga. Oh God, I'm gonna keep it a bean. That album would have never happened. It would have never happened in any way if Jay-Z wouldn't have walked this, like when to grab this nigga Jay Electronica's hand, walked him up the. He didn't even decide to go take the stairs, nigga. He had made sure the people in the lobby had an elevator open already before they walked into the elevator, so he could just grab his hand and just walk straight in there, go straight into the stool. Didn't let this nigga out for 45 days. They didn't do nothing but Uber Eats and Grubhub.
Oh my God. Bro.
Nigga, straight up. And then right after it was done, just before Jay Electronica was like, yo, I don't think it. Send it. It's already uploaded. It's already uploaded. It's done. And he was like,
you got is what you got, nigga. That's what we running with. Fuck
He's like, you didn't master it? Like, nah, we ain't
figure
had time
it out.
Nah, nigga, we ain't had time for that. Like,
yo, what if that was part of the reason why that album was quote unquote so raw? Because they were just like, no, nigga, he's not gonna relay the vocals, and this is what we got. Make it work. It was hard enough getting the nigga in the studio. He's not gonna come relay whatever he fucked up.
I said the shit after the album came out. Look, nigga, we ain't never getting another Jay Electronica album. We ain't never getting another one. Nah. We ain't never getting another. Never.
Even to that though, I'm glad we brought that up. Because even to that though, right?
Never.
Jay Electronica's, Jay-Z's J Electronica album is akin to what I think Kanye's trying to do with the Donda 2 thing. What I
No, it's
mean
not.
by that is, let me finish. What I mean by that is, I think he's gone through these little phases, right? It was the gospel thing, it was the ambiguous
It's all bullshit.
alternative rap thing, then it was the gospel thing. Now it's
It's all bullshit.
I'm on my, I'm trying to find myself again, kid. Cool. From what I've heard of the second one, 'cause I'm not paying
All
$200
bullshit.
for the album. From what I've heard, I mean, and what I've heard from it, it seems like, I mean, actually, I did hear the whole album because I saw that little crazy.
Because you're Ezekielite. Yeah, of course you did.
I did
Don't
hear the
lie.
album.
Hey, yeah. Listen, tell the people. Tell the people the truth.
He's trying to go back in that same direction without going back in that same direction, and that is just not hitting the same, dog. It's weird. It's weird. And for some
Listen,
reason, I don't know why that plays into uh how you approach the next album outside of how you want to approach the next album, unless you try and decapitate niggas in your fucking music video. So I said that's the lamest shit you could probably do for what you're doing.
it's always been
I
lame
don't
because
get
we
it.
always knew it wasn't true. But I'm like, but back to
Hey, whatever.
when you texted me and shit about the shit,
No.
I told you Kanye was never real. We just assumed it was real because it was like, all right, you said something, you already appealed to our ears, vocally, musically. Then you appealed to us in a sense of politics when you said George Bush don't care about black people, which was very much true, but it was almost false too because Dick Cheney didn't care about black people, but that was a whole thing. Anyway,
I don't think they're trying to care about nobody.
no, he's a fucking psychopath. Anyway,
I mean, black people,
anyway,
white people.
the point and like the point
Uh,
is that you had all these things that we all appealed to Kanye to, but none of it was real because we saw how it turned out. So
yeah.
that's my thing of, all right, Kanye can say whatever. Like, that's why I'm so anti-Kanye. One of the reasons. I'm like, you can say whatever the fuck you want to. I know that a huge part of your career, which I was fucking riding with you on, you was full of shit. So you can say you change up.
It
All right, that's
wasn't that
cool.
he was full of shit.
But what I'm saying is like you can say you change up. Yes, 100%.
I don't
And
feel
say you
like that.
change up, but it's like, all right, you change up for what? 6 months, 3 days. You retire for 36 hours like Logic. Like what? Like what are we doing? At a certain point. Like, come on, now this shit is clown shit. Like real shit, it's clown shit.
I'm not arguing with the fact that it's clown shit. I'm just saying I kind of, to some
It's not
degree,
real.
but it is, and that's why I say from some angle or certain angles, I get what he's talking about and where he's coming from. But also at the same time, you look at what he's doing and you go, bro, you doing way too fucking much right now. As a nigga on the outside looking in, it's like when we have conversations about our relationships, in like real life, and it's like, I don't think you need to keep doing that, bro. But you might not see that, but it's like, I don't think like
Yeah,
or
but
vice versa or whatever. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
but it's like, all right, look, if it's not affecting me, I'm gonna let it play out for you. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to listen to what the fuck I'm saying. You don't have to. You know what I mean? It's like I'm gonna give my 2 cents, yo, as a good homie, and that's it. You don't have to follow. You know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, you may want to let that bitch go. Like you tripping. Like you tripping, not in a good way. Just let it go. You know what I mean? You don't have to agree. You don't have to think the same as me. All I'm saying, like, is at the end of it all, Pusha T is somewhere in his Adidas office every day, hoping to God that he doesn't have to like get back in the motherfucking car and go to fucking good music and have to panic and be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, straight up. Push is stressed. You know,
RIP to Push Pops. I don't think he that stressed about Kanye. I don't think Push has ever been. I don't think Push could do the job he does if he was worried about anything Kanye was talking about. I think he's worried about them numbers and
them niggas is looking like Cash
what
Money
their reach
when
looking
they
like. I
signed.
don't think he worried about that
Them
engagement. I don't
niggas
think he
is
worried about
looking
nothing
like
else.
Cash Money when they signed Game, Busta Rhymes, and Bow Wow.
Don't say that.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
That's not
Don't
true.
lie. Don't lie. Don't lie.
That is a
Don't
reach.
lie. You know
That
shit.
is a reach.
You know that shit's true. You know it's true.
That's a
no,
reach.
it fuck it's not. Like,
that's
what
like
you
saying
they don't got Southfield Shine no more. They don't got Southfield Shine. They ain't got that nigga no more. Cuddy been gone.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, look, Cuddy been gone. Tiana Taylor retired. Designer's gone.
Fuck, she did. No, he's not.
Yeah, Designer's been gone.
He coming back. Ain't nobody else gonna sign that nigga.
Of course he's not. But at this point, he's Trinidad James. Anyway, Designer's gone. Tiana Taylor's retired.
I found his YouTube page. That was a fun exploration.
Let's see who. 070 Shake don't release enough music, or even nobody knows who the fuck they even are. Who else?
Yeah, is that a girl or a guy? I don't know.
I don't know, nigga. I smoke weed and I don't listen to everything that's.
The fact you don't know and I don't know is already an issue.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even know who the fuck they are. If it is a they, a he, or a she, or them, I don't know, nigga. Problem.
Or all of them. I don't know.
Yeah, like, problem. Already. Who else is there? Nas don't fuck with Kanye no more. Nas was never on. Nah, but he don't fuck with Kanye no more specifically.
Yeah, because that fucking album. Duh.
Yeah, it's over. It's over. They don't even talk to each other no more. What? That's it. I'm not gonna reach no more. That's really it. All right. All you got is Push and Kanye and shit. And Push is making so much money off Adidas. He probably like, nigga, fuck y'all until like I want to release an album really for real. It take however long it take. If Ye want to take however long he want to take, that's cool. I'm gonna deliver what I do. He know what he need to do. And yeah, nigga, if it ain't like up to my standard, nigga, no. We'll do this again and again. But that's Push. What you gonna say to Push when Push is the only nigga backing for everything? At least Cash Money had Busta Rhymes, who didn't put out an album. Game, who just put out a mixtape. And Shadrick Mossington, who didn't put out nothing. But
all three of them was over there for 3 weeks. That don't count. It was over there for 3 weeks, nigga. That don't count.
Everybody else is gone. Well, don't Kanye and them old Kid Cudi money too?
Yeah, probably.
So, like, two of your best stars you owe money to. Probably, and if you owe money to them, you probably owe money to Tiana.
Like I told you, bro,
I'm just saying.
We can just break that down with a new song.
No, we can't. We can't. We can't. We can't. We can't, nigga. You know why we can't? You know why we can't? You know why we can't? If I'm Southfield Sean or if I'm Tiana Taylor, you want to know why? You want to know why? You know why we can't? Because nigga, you lame as fuck now. You don't sell what you used to sell. So you can't get
that when you signed here.
No, because
you knew that when I changed your life.
You wasn't that lame yet. You got lame as
I
fuck.
was walking
Right?
around in pink polos and backpacks with Louis Vuitton shoes in France. You thought I was gonna
That
be
was
making rational
innovative.
decisions when it came to your fucking career.
That was innovative at the time. You shouldn't be a fucking cunt. Simple
Was
as
it
that.
innovative or was it just a nigga with good fashion sense?
Look, Southfield Sean ain't gonna roll up on Big Sean with a motherfucking 9 and shit and be like, nigga, where my money? I'm sure Tiana Taylor has woken up many a days and was like, nigga, I'm rolling up on this nigga. But Iman was like, nah, baby, you can't do that shit. You go to prison. We got kids. So she thought that shit over. So it was like, that didn't happen. But nigga, nah.
I saw this meme.
Cuddy wearing motherfucking pastel nail polish and shit and baby jeans and shit now. So it's like that nigga ain't on the type of wave to kill nobody. He don't even care about the money no more. He's sober. You know what I mean?
He on another way.
Yeah,
I saw this meme.
He's sober on his punk shit. Like, let him be doing what he doing. He not in the mood, not right now. You know what I'm saying? So anybody that even would even want to pull out a pistol on him just to be like, yo, nigga, give me what you owe.
What time?
Would only be Tiana, and like I said, Iman is in the room, and so he's like, "Nah, you can't just be doing that shit."
I think that goes to the meme I saw a few days ago or the other day. It was a meme of Tiana, and it was Tiana. It was Tiana, and it was Remy Ma next to each other, and the meme said, "Who wants to be who more?" I feel like because it was basically saying like Remy wishes she was like Tiana, and then Tiana wishes she was like Remy, and it's like, yeah, they kind of the same person.
Yeah, they're the same person. There's one ain't been arrested and went to prison. That's all.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like you can't really shade these motherfuckers, like putting them next to each other. You can't really. That's not really a diss. Like,
I don't think Papoose was there when Remy did what she did. So you know what I mean. Sometimes like. And Tiana, like, she be momming for real. So when she be waking up and shit, you know what I mean? She be right. Iman more than likely be there sometimes. So it's like, I'm about to go ahead to pistol. I'm about to pop this nigga. This nigga owe me money. And nigga like, no.
Relax.
Nigga get up and look at her straight in the face and be like, yo, you know how many times I done changed the code to the gun safe this motherfucking year because you've been tripping? This year,
Stop it.
This year, let the law take care of it. And she's like, fuck the law, nigga. That nigga owe me money and shit. That nigga look like a chipmunk. And he was like, yo, baby, I know. He's like, him, Alvin, Simon, and Theodore, they need to get their shit together, but it's not happening right now, baby. We need to take this to the law. We got kids, bitch. Like, you can't do this.
You can't keep making this shit hot.
And he get real aggressive before he got to go out of town and shit. So she know, like, if he not there, like, before she walk up to the safe, like, nah, he won't like that. He won't like if I do that. I want to shoot that nigga. I know where he at today too. He might gonna be pissed off. He won't even bail me out of jail. He won't leave me in there for at least 5 nights. Yeah.
And he gonna do that just to let you think about it. Just be like, I told you. I told you. Relax.
and guess what? And guess what? In the like my wife's a felons anonymous classes and shit. He gonna be walking into that bitch and Pap gonna be like, nigga, I knew you was gonna be here. And it's gonna be
my suspicions, nigga.
I knew you was gonna be here, my nigga. We got you, bro.
Nigga be like, oh.
Everybody in the group gonna be like, oh, so your wife the new Remy Ma. Yeah.
Who do you think is more reliable in the zombie apocalypse? Kim Kardashian, Tiana Taylor, or Remy
Ma? Ooh, that's a hard one. And it's only a hard one off the fact of Kim Kardashian is not in the mix at all. I don't think
Really?
dead instantly.
I feel like she. I
Too
feel
much
like
ass. Too much ass.
I
Too much
feel like
ass.
she would make it work. I
Too
feel
much
like she a
ass.
savage. Like if she would adapt, I feel like she would adapt.
You gotta find her.
Kim is kind of a savage. You give her the right thing to do, she gonna do it right.
I feel you. I feel you. But I'm just like, she couldn't be in the field. Like, real shit, she could have made it to season 4 of The Walking Dead if she was like an add-on character. But she wouldn't have been one of those niggas that made it through season 1 and then got to season 4. Like, nah, she wouldn't have made it that
I feel like if she was in The Walking Dead, she'd have made it.
no, nigga, she would have had to been Carol Cole. She ain't
At
Carol
least,
Cole like that.
no, but she
No,
would
she
have
ain't
made it
Carol
at least.
Cole. Shout out to Carol.
She'd have made it at least 3-4 seasons. She'd have been who was Rick's wife? She'd have been that.
She died in season like 3.
From right.
No. The end of season 2.
It was it was 3.
It was 3. Okay.
It was 3 because that's when you got me on the 3, and that's when it happened. It was 3. It was in the.
All right. So that was season 3. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I feel like Kim will last a good 3 seasons.
Season 4.
1 to 3. I feel like 3 seasons is pretty good in The Walking Dead.
But see, a lot of if you couldn't
you lasted 3 years.
If you couldn't do shit, think about Herschel though. Herschel lasted he lasted longer than Lori and shit because he was the doctor. He was old, but he couldn't really do shit. But he could really motherfucking help you out.
Herschel was still a liability.
He saved Carl, nigga, the first time nigga got shot, and he should have been signed to G Unit. The second time he got shot in the eye and shit, he should have been signed to death row. Carl. Like that nigga was out here. At the very least, he should have been signed to Griselda. At the
Herschel was a liability though. He was a liability.
What word?
He was a liability.
How you figure? Herschel was a real ass nigga. How you figure? That's some whole ass shit.
He was a real ass nigga. He was one of my favorite niggas. He was a real ass nigga, but old as fuck, half a leg. If we wasn't in the prison, your safety would be in danger at all times. And the fact that you died in prison kind of proves that point. You know what I mean?
But Herschel was the nigga that kept it all together amongst the civilians that Rick brought on and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was like
Rick was trying to be El Presidente and shit, and that was cool because he needed to be El Presidente.
He was the Joe Biden to his Barack.
Exactly, you feel me? Like he was keeping it held down. He was keeping it held down. Like, yo, I got you out here in the streets, nigga. Like, you do you. I got you here in the streets, but the streets saying this, so you got to do this, nigga. And I'm just saying, it's not actually an option. I'm just telling you it's an option, but it ain't. So you should do that. Like, just
and he goes, well, I think you should think about what the options that you're giving us. You don't have an option. And then that
nigga lose a whole then Herschel lose a whole leg piece, and then Rick like, oh shit, I should listen to the old man, and then Herschel like, yo, duh, nigga, I had to lose my leg for you to come to a revelation. You a bitch ass nigga, but I still fuck with you though. But there you go.
Liability still.
Nah, I'm putting my money on Tiana Taylor. I'm putting my money on Tiana Taylor, and put my money on Tiana Taylor. It's hard. That was a hard decision.
Over Remy? I get over Kim over Remy. You know Remy is a shooter.
But
like it's guaranteed. It's a fact. It's proven.
But I also know that Tiana Taylor is physically fit, like very physically fit. So therefore, even if she's not a shooter per se, look, my nigga, it transfer over to cardio. And if all we need to do is make an 80-yard sprint to this motherfucking Land Rover and shit that's right there that we need to get back to because the zombies coming for us, guess what? She in the car too.
Yeah, but if she the only one that can get there,
I ain't gotta worry about you when I get in the car and be like, oh shit, it's manual. I'm the only one that can drive. I don't have to worry about that shit.
If she the only one that can get there because she good at sprinting, and the rest of you niggas don't make it there because she can't fight, what fucking good is that?
Look, my nigga, there's a deaf chick on Walking Dead that's lasted a long ass time and lasted longer than Lori.
I
She can't
remember her.
hear
She was
shit.
cute as fuck. I remember her.
She's in the Eternals, the Marvel movie. Send it back. Anyway,
Oh really? Oh,
yeah, she's the fastest
I
chick
ain't
in the
watched
MC.
Eternals yet.
She's the fastest person in the MCU.
Oh, I haven't
And
watched it. Never
yeah,
mind.
and she's still deaf. Anyway, shout out to her.
Wow.
Yeah, shout out to her. Like it's just hard. Anyway, like yeah,
Is
like
she deaf in real life?
yeah, she's deaf in real life.
Oh, that's dope. Okay. Well, dope if
I
they
know. I think that's
cast her
cool.
like that. Yeah.
I think it's cool and unfortunate too, because I
Cool
love
in the
music.
sense that, like, I mean, they cast her like that. That's cool.
Yeah, like I like my thing about I understand that there are certain people that are casual music listeners or just don't care. Like I love music, I love sound. So for me to be deaf is kind of like that's
Yeah, that would
fucked
suck.
up.
That would
Yeah,
suck.
you know what I mean? Like
That
I
would
was
really
telling my
suck.
wife after seeing Eternals, I kind of want to learn American Sign Language now just because like I feel like there's people that I can't communicate. There I had a DoorDash driver like that. Um
Deaf.
Yeah, like about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had like a terrible fucking headache. Came home from work early, ordered a pizza, and it was one of the rare times that like a message came to my DoorDash and said, like, "Yo, I just picked up your order. I'm on the way." And I was like, "Cool, thank you." You know what I mean? Very rare that even happens. So
Mm-hmm.
when he came to the door and whatnot, he's looking like straight at my face when I'm opening the door, and I kind of was like, "What the fuck?" But you know, I'm a generous person. I'm always gonna say my pleases and thank you. My mama raised me right. So I open the door, he hands me my pizza. And I'm like, yo, man, thank you. And like he signs thank you. And I knew the sign, and I'm like, oh shit, you were
Yeah.
deaf. I
Yeah.
was like, oh damn. And I wish I could have like, and that's where he was like looking straight at like my face when I opened the door to like read my lips to see what I was saying. But a part of me was just like, yo, we should actually be know how to communicate with deaf people. Like that should
I
be
mean, I
more of
think
a
you know the basics for stuff like that. Like you go, thank, like you know the regular shit. You know what I'm saying? And tell them motherfucker thank you at
yeah. When that nigga was like,
least.
and I was like, oh shit, you're deaf. You signed. I was like, oh damn, my bad.
Well,
Like
I at least I guess for me, the people I've ran into that were deaf, that I've assumed that they can read my lips, so I go, you know, and I try to do it like that.
I've met deaf people or deafening people, like people that were going deaf and they were like in the process of, they had like the like hypersonic hearing aids and shit.
Yeah.
But it just kind of like hit me as a revelation. It's like, yo, I can speak two different languages, and if someone that can't hear me can't speak in either, like can't hear me in either one, I can't talk to you.
Yeah.
And you might need, you know what I'm saying? You might really need to talk to me for whatever reason. I don't even know what, but I can't
Yeah.
talk.
No, it's
You
definitely
know what I mean? It's like,
a thing worth language
yeah,
worth learning for sure.
yeah, exactly. It's something worth learning and shit. You know what I mean? And like I
Not to
said,
mention,
I
a
have a real
lot of deaf
empathy for
girls
it
are hot.
because it's like I appreciate sound. So it's like you can't hear nothing. You know what I mean? I depend, even driving manual, I depend on sound to knowing the shift. Like that's my thing. I listen to music lower in manual cars than automatic. Just
Yeah.
because I'm listening to know when to shift. If I didn't know how to do that, I'm gonna have to depend on like these other senses that I have to do the shit. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? It's like an appreciation of that, but some people don't have it. Doesn't mean that we can't talk to them. So shout out
Yeah.
to, we should get closed caption, goddamn it.
Well, I've thought about that, but we have to pay somebody to actually transcribe the slang that we use. Because the only problem with that is we don't talk in perfect English. because YouTube has that, but they can't pick up on everything we saying because
Oh damn,
how we talk a lot of
we
the
talk like niggas.
time. Yeah,
That's fucked
so
up.
uh, like
Free Brittany
it does
Griner though.
transcribe it, but it's not that you know. Yeah, free Britney. Why the
Free
fuck they
Shawty,
trying to?
man.
They trying
Free
to.
Shawty. Like, I don't know if we talked about this through the podcast, but it's been on like my list for like 2 weeks. But like,
We
free,
talked about it
God,
last week. We
did
talked about
we?
it at the end of last week. It was like
Okay.
the last thing. Cause remember last week, like the last thing I said was like free Britney Griner, and then we talked about that for like 10 minutes.
Okay. Like, I
Mhm.
couldn't remember because I'm like, I really wanted to talk about that because I'm just like, damn, son, like, Shawty been there since what, February?
It
February? Yeah, I think
was 2 weeks. It's been
she
at
was
least
already in there for like 6 weeks or though,
3
or some
weeks.
shit like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
been at least 3 weeks for sure. At least 3 weeks.
But yeah, free Brittany Griner, like she in there for some weed pens,
Two of these children, two,
hashish oil,
2 grams of weed
and
oil that they consider hard drogas.
it's Russia.
I don't appreciate
But
it.
yeah, and yeah,
Free
it's
Britney,
not.
man.
I just feel so bad for her, yo, because it's like,
And then they keep trying to hold her. You know how they be about the letter people, like the alphabet children, like you know how they be about them. So they trying to hold her just on some, yo, what you gonna do?
like I think it's just on. I think it's fucked up just because it's a time of political affairs that's real bad right now, especially between the United States and Russia. Russia is fucking invading the Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? Pray for Ukraine and shit. Like
Yeah, I
all
think
that
that's why
shit.
that's what we talked about. I think that's why
Yeah,
part of why they doing this shit to
and
make it as hard as possible.
and it's just so fucked
Try to
up because
negotiate.
the update is they detaining her at least until May, but she's still facing a 10 piece. You know what
Yeah, I
I
think her
mean?
court date is in May. They're not detaining her until May. Her
I saw
court
the
date is in May.
detaining her to at least till May. At
Yeah,
least,
detaining
yeah,
meaning like then you'll see a judge,
yeah.
and then we'll go
So,
from there.
but it's like I yo,
Fucked up. The last place, two places you never want to be locked up in for anything in the world is Russia and
and beef in the United States, yeah. Well, Mexico, you be all right. You be all right.
Mexico. And depending
You be
on
all right.
what you look like and who you are.
Oh no, you're gonna have to kill somebody day one. But
Like
it's
me and
like,
you, yeah, me and you, even if you don't kill somebody, me and you might be cool in the Mexican jail day one, day two, maybe even day 10. But eventually somebody gonna be like, so what's really up? And then you're gonna have to make a decision as to whether or not you want to spend the rest of your life bouncing from Mexican jail to Mexican jail, or you just want to be a bitch for it.
I know you in a Mexican jail. I know I'm gonna have to kill somebody on at least day 3 because it's gonna be one of these. Like I speak Spanish, I'm a national, so it's gonna be all right, cool.
See, that's my
So
problem. I look
here's
like I speak Spanish, and then they'll be talking to me and that shit. I'll be like, "Hey, sorry, buddy. I don't know."
they wouldn't fuck with you because even if you did speak a little bit of Spanish and shit, you would look you would be like Colombian or some shit.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I'm saying. I'd
or
have problems
yeah,
off bail.
yeah, I'm gonna say or Nicaraguan and shit, like in that shit
I
don't fly.
have problems out the gate.
Yeah, you like you wouldn't survive. Like I'd have to tell them not to shank you. You know what I mean? But
No, I'd have to
that
probably just know Spanish better than I do.
no,
And so I'd
I
be
would say
like, no, nigga,
that
see
would
what happened was
I was like, if you got
my
shanked, bro, and you told me if I had to see you in the infirmary, I'm like, dog, that's all they did to you. Like that's
you
great.
got lucky, nigga.
Yeah, I was like, you got who they sent for you? Like they did a terrible job. Like God,
And
I'm
see, in
glad you.
that situation, I'd play it off as Colombia, but I don't know how that really worked to my
Look,
advantage when I don't know
I'm good
Spanish.
with numbers, so I'm already running the gambling gate up in there. But I was like, I already, like I said, I know I'm gonna have to kill somebody by day 3 because like all the cartels is already in there. They're gonna try to see who's gonna get the numbers guy. I'm gonna have to make a dedication. So like I'm gonna have to stab somebody probably over that. So yeah, survival.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, shit,
But then
we don't want to
the
die.
next level of that is being a nigga in a Russian jail. That's even worse. I don't even know what they would do to y'all.
No, we don't go over there, nigga. Too low.
There's a few of y'all over there. Just like it's some black Russians, just some Mexican Russians.
They betrayed their countries and shit. That's why they over there. Look, nigga. I'm gonna keep it real. If you see a light skinned girl that look like Rihanna with a fat ass and set nice set of titties in Moscow, her parents fucked over the country. There's no way you just making that shit out there in Moscow. No way. There's no way. It's a Caucasian. It's white Africa. It's not. It's a Caucasus Mountains of fucking Russia. That's their Africa.
Kind of is, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's you not making Rihanna's in Moscow, bruh. Organically, it's not even a racial thing. It's really like organically, you not making those. Geographically, you not making those. That is their inorganically.
My retort: how do you get Swedish bitches or Swiss bitches, whichever Dutch, whichever one it is?
You mean light skin ones?
No, the white girls would be bad as fucking in Europe. They'd be like super bad and tall.
They white, but they white though.
And white girls turned me out 2 years ago.
I don't understand your point because I've told you before, even I, as a brown skinned Latino, technically Latinos to what we are today, and as we speak Spanish and shit, it comes from Spain and Portugal. So them are what? We look at them as white people.
Yeah, that's fine.
People as white people. And you know what I'm saying? Which is all Europe, which is still connected to Russia. They just happen to speak a different language. That don't mean you're not white people. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying you're not white people. I'm just saying the bitches badder in certain areas. They got bad Russian bitches, but then there's other bitches bad in other areas.
It's not about the bitches.
It kind of is.
The point is, people are trying.
If you could fuck 100 Russian women to save the war, if you could fuck 100 Russian women to stop the war, wouldn't you? I think every man would say yes, married or not.
Yes.
Your wife would just have to understand it's for the betterment of the world.
I think I could get it done in record time too. Record time.
I don't know if that's something I'm trying to do in a record time, but
I
think I would take my time with it. Honestly, it might take a while.
No, I'm not taking my time.
World politics tend to take time.
There's nothing against you white ladies. I'm just not into it in these days. I'm just not. So I'm trying to get through. I'm trying to get through the gauntlet, so to speak. I'm trying to get to the end of the fucking tunnel. And I can go home with my gonorrhea.
You said, hey, busy, you gotta fuck 100 Russian women to change Putin's mind. I'll do it.
But
I'll do it.
That is a hypothetical.
I'll do it for Russia, and I'll do it for you.
No way could never happen.
You don't know that.
No way could ever happen. Never happen. I just want Brittany Griner free. That's what I want. I want Brittany Griner free. Take Kanye.
Matter of fact, doing that is the thing that
we'll trade you. We'll trade you. We'll give you OJ, Kanye, Tekashi.
They don't want them.
They don't, but they have terrible prisons, so they enjoy it. Who else we got to give?
I mean, on that list, then
Alpo's dead. Alpo's dead now, so it's like we can't give him Alpo.
Throw R. Kelly on there.
Yeah, we'll give you R. Kelly. That's a superstar. Like that's gonna fill some prison seats. Who?
Michael Jordan.
No, we can't give Michael Jordan.
Why? Mike's an asshole. Terrible person.
So he's great.
And I'm the cool. Okay.
You are.
Says the nigga. Nigga, what?
Mike is Mike, right?
You just tried that. Nigga, Mike is Mike. Excuse me.
That's the greatest
Mike
ever.
don't give a fuck about you, your money, your life. If you die over his shoes or anything else. Nigga, the fuck is you talking about?
I seriously doubt that.
Even Elon give a fuck if you die in his Tesla.
I seriously doubt that. I think
I
most.
mean, Elon donated money to the families when
I
niggas
seriously,
died in the
I would say
Tesla.
Michael Jordan donates a lot of money. Like,
Yeah, but did he donate it to the families of the niggas that got shot over their shoes over dumb shit?
no, why should he? Bro, I've been advocating for that forever. Like, why should he? Like, why y'all dumbass niggas shooting each other over sneakers?
Because niggas is
Why?
hungry
Like,
and ain't got $300 for shoes.
I feel you,
Because
nigga.
niggas is
I've been there,
hungry
but
and ain't got two,
why? But
$300 for
why?
shoes.
Like, I'm like, nigga, sneakers, dog. It's sneakers, fam. Like, your mama
Yeah,
going
yeah,
your mama gonna have to spend more. Like, your mama gonna have to spend more money on making the
my
dinners.
mama ain't got it, nigga. I got it. I gotta get it.
Your mama is gonna have to spend more money on making the dinners to fucking sell to get you the coffin than it won't like than it the
It's
fucking
not the nigga who was buying the shoes fault that he got shot.
and for the shoes, nigga.
But
Come on, bro. Like we can beef over a whole bunch of shit. Like I'm cool with it. I'm cool. We can beef over a whole bunch of shit. Colors a whole nine. We can beef over a whole bunch of shit. But we not gonna like over sneakers, my nigga. Come on, bro. Like, cause if your flex is like that, cool. You gotta watch like that, cool.
Michael
I'm not
Jordan.
gonna. I'm not snuffing a nigga over no sneakers, bro. And
This is
like
my hot take.
that's not my that's not my fault. That's not Jordan fault, nigga. That's y'all niggas fault. That shit tripping.
This is my hot take of the episode. Michael Jordan is to shoes what Grand Theft Auto is to mass shooters. I said what I said.
And you are to Coons what Kanye is to Terry Crews. My bars is hard.
That don't even make sense.
It is, and it does.
It don't.
It do. That's like
I'm pretty sure
anyway.
Terry Crews is scared of Kanye West for some reason.
Of course, you're gonna be afraid of your competition. Who's gonna call him better? Of course, you're gonna be afraid of your competition.
Let's just leave. Let's just leave.
I'm just saying. Of course, you're gonna be afraid of your competition. Like fuck Terry Crews, man.
Free Juicy.
No, fuck out of it. He already free, nigga. He already free. Look. I have this theory. And I'm open to being wrong. Like really, for real. Like this me on my Umar Mountain right now. So like,
oh no, Umar Mountain.
But all right, this nigga do some stupid shit, get caught up for some stupid shit that he was lying about in the motherfucking first place. Everybody in their moms,
kill myself.
Everybody in their moms and grandma fucking testified against this dumbass nigga. Like on a suit, like it wouldn't even. They didn't even have to press too hard to try and get these niggas to snitch. They snitched willingly. So everybody in their moms know that you orchestrated this whole shit. You still try to say Black Power, I'm innocent and shit. Even Nipsey looking at these niggas like they stupid. Like what the fuck are you even talking about? And he walks free. So my theory was, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna break this down like a fraction. You're a black man, you did some stupid shit and wasted police dollars. It wasted police dollars in the city of Chicago. I'll tell you right now, When me and my wife celebrated our first anniversary, we went to Chicago. I love the city. That was during the time of the summer of the pandemic. Mad riot, mad protest, mad fuck the police, all the shit that I love to see dearly. People's is fighting for ours. Fuck the police. Fuck the system. On some bullshit. And they had a bunch of police officers riding around on bikes, being super coons and super whites. And they doing they super systematic racial thing. Doing what they do. But I tell you what, there was a moment me and my wife was coming from the pier, and there was a protest that was coming down because they was removing all of the Columbus statues and shit. That was, I was there. They removed the first one the day we got there. The second one that they removed,
Kyle said, "Fuck the system."
I heard. That's my nigga though. Yeah, like they was moving all them shits, like the second round of them shits and statues out of the park. The main day that we got there, like the following day, everything was getting torn down. And I'm telling you, there had to be at least 1,000 motherfuckers out there. Black, white, Latino, the whole nine. Signs, picket fences, all the shit. On the other side of the street, like it was some shit straight out of fucking Selma. There was like 16 police officers, dogs, the whole nine. And I'm looking like, y'all really think that y'all gonna win? Like, fam, like, y'all really think that you know it's 1,000 motherfuckers out here? Y'all think this, y'all gonna win. Yeah. And I wanted to tell the Uber driver to pull over and just like, yo, just let us out right here. I really want to be a part of this. If it's gonna break down, I really want to be a part of it.
I want to see how this play out.
No, fuck that. Like, I want to be there, want to be one of the motherfuckers stomping one of the police officers out. Like, fuck you and fuck the system. Like, if this is gonna pop off, like, I want to be here for it. This is Chicago, where we was at. Like, it's about to pop off. Like Nas said, everywhere I pop out, I pop off. Like, that's like, I really felt on that type of energy. I'm like, this is what we doing. This is where we at. This is where we going. This is what we doing. Fuck it. Gannon was like, nah. But anniversary and shit. And they come in here to protest. I'm like, damn. But you're right, though. Yeah. But thinking about it, it was like, all right. They spending all this money on trying to figure out how to stop the motherfuckers that are anti-racism from beating up the fucking police officers that are a part of a racist system. Then you have Juicy Smollett. And then he just tarnishes his whole family's name. They work for and shit. Like a selfish nigga. And then you couple that and ball it up into a motherfucking Kamehameha and shit. With the fact that Chicago, the city of, did not have the money, the funds to be spending on trying to figure out how these two motherfuckers who was probably fucking Juicy Smollett
these two
was involved in the fact that he got beat up and the complete outside the subway. They were like pissed on and doused and bleached and shit. Like, it was wild. And then, like, with a noose around his neck, I said, "Go home, nigga," or something. Like, I don't know. Whatever the fuck bullshit, like, completely false lie that it was. He said that is what it was. Wouldn't happen. It didn't happen for real. It was trying to sell albums for an album that was probably gonna be treated to ash anyway. We would have covered it. I would have do a Let That Bitch Breathe about it. It probably wouldn't have been breathing. And there you fucking go.
But what did
And
Juicy say when he got caught? What did he say?
he said he didn't do it.
And he said, nigga, if they kill me, it's not me, it's them. I think we have a theme to this episode. Whether it's Juicy Small Yay, Skeet.
Unaccountability. Don't put Skeet in this.
I'm putting Skeet in it.
Well, Skeet and Ariana Grande did kill Mac Miller, so I do agree.
Relax.
That's true. It was true. It's truth.
Relax.
It's truth. Stress will kill you.
At the end of the day, it's unaccountability, but it's also you see a theme of all of these people willing to do what? Die with the motherfucking lie. All of these niggas are willing to die with the lie. Hey,
you got to. I mean, like, if you're going to start the lie, you might as well die with it.
I'm not crazy. I just want my family back. I'm doing this for myself. But I want my family back. I'm doing it for myself too. But I want my family back. Hey, I just stole your bitch. Ha ha, nigga. I hate myself, low key. But I stole your bitch and I took her and she's mine. Even though if she left, she'd break my heart too. Hey, nigga. I went to Subway. And two big Africans attacked me with MAGA hats on and threw a noose around my neck and threw bleach on. And I ain't lying about that. All of you niggas are fucking willing to die with the lie for some reason. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense.
You know what? You know who ain't gonna die with the lie?
I guess it's politics.
But it's gonna die with the
make
truth.
Sense.
That nigga Robert Kelly gonna die with the truth because everybody know the truth. We all seen it. He gonna die with the truth.
He's willing to die with the lie. No, he's willing to die with the lie because what's he sitting up in jail saying? Man, y'all got me fucked up. Y'all killing me, man. What he said in the interview? Y'all ruining my fucking life.
That was the greatest interview of all time.
He's willing to die with the lie too. Boy, we seen you. What A saying that one song? What Kyle saying that one song? He was like, nigga, if it went missing, and you the only one who knew where it's at, then bitch, why it's missing? How is it missing? If you the only one that knew where it's at, now it's missing. You stupid. You lying. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to me.
That's all I've been saying. That's all I've been saying. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Like, why you trying to follow this coon ass nigga? Like, but you still try to follow this nigga like he is motherfucking coon Messiah or some shit. Like, what's wrong with you?
You just be saying that silly shit.
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah.
I was not the person on Twitter that called you. On Instagram that called you Master Coon because you was caping super hard for Marshall Bruce Mathers III in your Stanley Way.
Bro, you look. That's for another episode. We'll talk about that.
That's some funny shit because I don't even put that out in the universe and that.
I still got some comments.
They identified you and they called you out.
No. This nigga Bleak. Every week I comment on some shit he posts, and every week he come at me for some reason. He don't even know me. He come at me in the comment section with some bullshit. I'm like, bro, why you keep trying to start shit? Why?
Because he don't like you, just like Joe Budden don't like you.
I only know this nigga exists because of Joe Budden.
Joe Budden don't like you neither.
Dog, what are you talking about?
Joe Budden hates your ass.
Oh, speaking of next week we got to talk about Boosie going live for Boosie going raw. That is an entire adventure that we need to speak on.
Don't make me come in here with the motherfucking hat that say Boosie was right. I've been saying that.
Oh, don't make me come. Right. I think
don't make me come up in here and say what the Boosie was right. Don't make me do that.
I think we should do it.
Because he look, nigga, he right. Look, he be right, but he be wrong because he country as hell and he don't say shit right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all,
This ain't even got shit to do with him being right or wrong. This is just him
look,
wilding.
I
It's
do
just
believe.
Boosie being Boosie,
Look,
bro. That shit is
I
hilarious.
don't fuck with Boosie music and shit, but he be right 99% of the time. He just say it wrong 100% of the time. So, but like, you know what I mean? Like, but he be making sense though. If you really be listening to what Boosie be saying, that's all I'm saying. Shout out to Boosie.
2022. Who knew this nigga? Jose Ortega caking for Boosie. Hey, what the nigga Bleak told me, make sure your cake ain't got no holes. Hey, young nigga.
Look, Boosie be saying the right shit. He just be saying it wrong all the time. I
Nah,
understand now. I understand, my nigga. That's all.
Boosie be saying wild shit and be right
He
sometimes.
do, but he
That's what it
be
is.
right all the time. He be right all the time. He just say that shit wrong. You just gotta analyze what he be saying. You gotta
Usually
break down
when
the
he's
words,
right,
my
he's
nigga.
saying it wrong.
Look at his eyes when he say it. He don't even be in the right mind when he be saying it. So it's
Bro,
already
you
cryptic,
can't.
my nigga. That's all I'm saying. You can't listen to Boosie and be telling and be doing that and shit when I understand what the nigga be saying though.
This is why him and Webby need to make up. Right here. This is why him and Webby need to make
No,
up.
they don't. Go
They
Webby
need to
trash for
just
real.
be friends again and say fuck it.
No,
It's
they
some
don't.
bullshit.
Webby trash for real. And I have a feeling that the real reason that him and Boosie really beefed out is because Boosie kept buying the weed and like Webby just never put in on any bag or any like match like ever. And then it was like, nah, nigga, I just don't fuck with you like that. No. I think it's like one of them. Like really, like
That's
whatever other
definitely not
reason.
what happened.
It's not what happened, but
It's definitely not the case.
the real reason is like, yo, as a matter of fact, one nigga, he ain't never put. Remember when I bought that ounce, cuz? Remember when I bought that ounce? He ain't even put a dime on that shit, nigga. I ain't fucking with that nigga. That's real reason why. Right there. Right there. You know niggas be petty. Niggas peg.
I feel like that's a reach. But
Look,
we
nigga.
need to get the fuck up out of here before my computer dies while we recording.
100 and shit. We out this bitch. Episode 197, Millennials Podcast, House of Space Media. Shout out to everybody around the world. Shout out all our listeners across the UK, all you mates, all you people that's listening to us on closed caption. If y'all can actually get that shit, because YouTube don't do it. So if you Spotify in it, good for you.
Transcribing.
Matter of
Because we
fact,
don't pay anybody for that.
since we talked about it, shout out to all you motherfuckers that are hearing impaired, that are just looking at our fucking faces and can
Reading
see
our
us
lips.
and reading our lips and just know that we are talking the greatest shit that you have ever heard in your entire life, entertaining the world. We're not really assholes. We are, but we just have some very, I mean, you got a Joker and a Venom poster behind you. So it's like, he really an asshole. So, you know what I mean? Like, but how can you not love us? I'm torn between the two, Nipsey Hussle and Michael Jordan. So it's like, where you go? You know what I'm saying? You love us all. We love you. Like, share, subscribe. We in this bitch. We out this bitch. Peace. Free Brittany Griner.
That way. That too. That way. That too. Oh, I ended the Instagram before the main one. Now we ending it. Bye.